Hello everyone. Let us see how to design an attractive poster in a quick time in Photoshop. So let us start. Let us first create the document for our poster. So simply click on this create new and we'll select A3 size and the units of measurement are going to be inches and the name of our poster is going to be Dance Academy, right? And we can just reduce the resolution to 150. That will be better because if not the file size will be too big, right? With these settings we'll create our document and we'll be creating our document as portrait, right? So now that we have created our document, now the first step we are supposed to do is we are going to import an image that will be used as a background. So let us browse to the image. So here I have just downloaded a clouds background and now put this clouds background and adjust it properly, right? So once you have adjusted, so now the next step is we'll be changing the white color background and first unlock the background. We'll be changing the white color background to black. So simply hit D on the keyboard so that you can see the foreground and the background color will change to black and white, and we have to use Alt and backspace to fill the foreground color with black, right? So now what we'll do is we'll select the clouds layer and we will apply a gradient fill. So simply at the bottom of the layers panel we can find adjustment layer, and here we have a list of options, and from these options we are going to select gradient. So this is a gradient fill, so we can see here, and then what we'll do is we will just click over here and we want a reddish gradient, a dark reddish gradient, and also we will also add a yellow color gradient, or let's say color in between yellow and orange. So we can see here, and also there is very little opacity for the yellow color. So what we'll do is we'll just select this slider and then here we will increase the opacity, so somewhat like this, right? And also we can just increase the red color a little bit, right? So now we can see here we have a nice gradient background, right? So now what we'll do is we'll select this mask thumbnail for this gradient fill layer, and we'll select a brush and we will be selecting a powder brush. I will put the link for this powder brush in the description. We can search the brush if you want. So just you can select the powder brush. So here we have the powder brush. So what we'll do is we'll just reduce the size of the brush by using the left square bracket, and then with the 100% flow here and also the foreground color as black, and with the mask thumbnail for the gradient fill active, we'll just click here. So we can see here. We can see the change. And then we will reduce the flow. We'll keep it to somewhere around 14%, and then we will just paint around like this. Paint around the gradient fill. And you can just make it like this. And we can also paint with white color in some places. Right. So now we got some look for our background. Now we are going to get the image of a girl who is dancing. So just browse to the image, and here we have a girl with a pose, with a dancing pose, and we'll be using the object selection tool, and we'll be selecting the select subject option so that the girl will be selected. We don't have to perfectly select the girl, it's alright. We are anyways going to scale her down. So simply now we'll be dragging this image into our document. Right. Just scale it down. Just keep it over here. We'll make it a little bit small. Right. Then what we'll be doing is we'll select the gradient fill layer, and above this gradient fill layer we'll be applying a curves adjustment. So simply just click at the bottom of the layers panel and select curves. And here we can see a line which is a curve. And if you just click over this line, you will be adding a point, and just we will drag it down so that it will add some darkness to the image. So now it looks attractive. Right. So the next step we are supposed to do is we will now add a border around our poster. So we'll just take a new layer and we'll select this rectangle tool, and also make sure that the option over here is path. We don't want shape, we want path. And then we will just create our rectangle tool around our poster or around the edges of our document. Right. And here we can see some blue circles. With these circles we can make our rectangle into a rounded rectangle. Just drag them. So we can see here. And we can just slightly scale it. We can zoom and just scale these edges. Right. That's it. And now what we'll do is we are going to replace this path with a brush stroke. So we'll first select the brush tool, and then we'll just scroll to the top, and here we have hard round brush, and also we'll increase the flow to 100%, and we will keep the foreground color to white. And also we will open the brush settings, and in brush settings we will increase the spacing so that there is gaps between the strokes. Right. And then we will just reduce the size, and we'll first check how the stroke is appearing. Right. Now it looks fine. So now what we'll do is we will replace our path with these brush strokes. So all you have to do is just select the pen tool, just right click over the path, and here we have an option stroke path, and we'll just turn off this simulate pressure, and here is a list of options, and from these options we will select brush and just click OK, and now we can see. And then what we'll do is we'll just open the paths panel. In case the paths panel is not open, simply go to window, menu, and select paths, and we'll just delete the path. That's it. And now what we'll do is we'll just double click on this layer, and we will apply some glow to these strokes or to the border. So all we have to do is first we will select the inner glow option, and here we will select a pink color. A pink glow is going to be attractive, right? And we will also copy the value for the pink color. So it is over here in this input field. Just copy the value, and the settings for our inner glow are over here. So all we have to do is we have to increase the range so that we are going to get some soft glow around these strokes, and we can just keep the size to just 10 pixels, right? Then we'll be selecting the auto glow, and for auto glow also we will just use this same color, the same pink color. We can see the change, right? Then the last option is drop shadow, and for drop shadow we'll be changing the blend mode to linear dodge, and also we will change the color to the same pink color, and we can see the change. We have some nice glow over these strokes, and we can just slightly increase the size to 40. So the size for drop shadow is 40 pixels, right? So the next step we are supposed to do is we will just select the rectangle tool again, and we'll take one more layer, and then what we'll do is we'll create one more border. And also we'll make this rectangle into a rounded rectangle, just like the first one. We'll also scale it a little bit. Keep it exactly at the edge of our document. Right. Now again we will replace this path with brush strokes, but one change we will be doing now, that is we don't want this spacing here. We'll just make the spacing to its default value. Just change the spacing to its default value, and then we will now replace the path with a brush stroke. So simply right click and select stroke path. Make sure that you have selected the pen tool, and from the list of tools select brush and just click OK. The stroke is a little bit thick, so what we'll do is we'll reduce the size of the brush stroke. So we want a very thin stroke. So now just right click on the path, select the stroke path, and again select the brush. So now we have a thin stroke. We can make it even thinner actually. So just we will use the left square bracket to make it even thinner, and then again select the pen tool, right click on the path and select stroke path. Just click OK. Right, now it's better. And now we will delete the path. Just open the paths panel and simply right click and select delete path. That's it. We will also apply the same glow to this border. So for that, what we have to do is, here we have the FX icon. Hold Alt and just drag the FX icon and drop it on the top layer. That's it. So now we are done with the border and also the background. So now we have to just put the title for our poster. So the title is Natya. So we'll just drag the title layer on top of all layers. We'll just increase the size of the text. We'll give the text pure white color. And we will select Times New Roman. We'll select Times New Roman bold for the text. Just increase it a little bit. Right. So the next step is we are going to apply the same glow effect to the text. So just hold Alt on your keyboard, select the FX icon and drag it on top of the text layer. Right. And then we will also type the rest of the content. So it is a dance academy. We'll just scale it down. We'll keep the text at the center. Right. And then we'll use the rectangle tool and we'll just create a layer above the Dance Academy text layer, and then we will create a rounded rectangular border. So you can just zoom it and just we can make it rounded like this. And then what we can do is we can just click on this shape option, so it will turn the path into a shape. And then what we'll do is we'll just open the properties here. We'll turn off the fill. Okay, and we can see now there is only the stroke. Right. Now we will just do the same thing. We will apply the same glow effect to this border, to the border of this Dance Academy. Just hold Alt and just drag the FX icon and drop it on top of this rectangular border. Right. So now we can see. So we are just about to finish off our poster. So let's finish off the poster. We will just put the address. So the address is we'll just type 4x2 Egg Rock, Jubilee Hills, Hyderabad, India. So just scale it down. Adjust the text. we can make the text into 2 lines. Right, this looks better. Right, we just have one more thing to type, that is we have to put the date of this academy, the opening date of this dance academy. So that is actually we'll just type grand opening, and here we will just put the date 30 June. Right, so we'll just increase the size of 30 June. Right, and we can keep it just over here. You can slightly reduce the size. Right, and we'll give some final touches to our poster. So what we'll do is we'll select this girl, just double click on the layer. We can give some small outer glow to this girl. So just select the outer glow, but we don't want pink color, we'll just give a pure white color, and we can slightly increase the size. You can see here. Right, this looks better. And we can do one more thing, that is here we have this inside border. So we'll just select that border, and what we'll do is we can just apply a mask to this, a layer mask. This is a regular layer mask. We'll select a brush, we'll select hard round brush, and we can slightly increase the size, and we can actually just cut this border. We don't want the border completely covering our document. We can give some nice look to our border. Just we can keep the black as a foreground color, and see here, we can just keep it like this. So here we can just change the look. So this is optional, we can do it if we want. So see here, we have completely changed the look of our border, and if you want to extend it, all you have to do is just keep white as the foreground color, and then we can extend it a little bit. Okay, and we can also extend it on top. Okay, it will just give some extra attraction to our poster. Right, so we have completed our poster, and we can add some extra attractions if you want. We can think what else we can add, but we'll finish it off. So what we'll do is we'll take a common layer here, simply use Ctrl Alt Shift and E, and then what we'll do is we will change our poster to CMYK color mode. CMYK is used for printing, so we have to give our poster for print. So we will convert the color mode, which is currently RGB, to CMY. So to convert it, we have to go to image menu, and in image we have to go to mode, and then we will select CMYK color. And here a message pops up. Changing modes will discard an adjustment layer. Change a mode anyway. Just click OK. And here also one more message pops up. You are about to convert CMYK using US based US web quoted profile. this may not be what you intend. To choose different profile, use edit convert to profile. Okay, you can simply ignore this message, simply click OK. So now we have completed our poster. So we will just save our poster as a JPEG file. So all you have to do is simply go to file, save as, and we can save our poster as Natya Dance Academy. So we'll just put the N as a capital letter, and we'll just select JPEG, and then we'll save it. So here you can decide the size of your poster. So our poster is A3 size. So if you want a smaller size, you can select the smaller size. We can see the file size of our poster. Right. So I'm selecting the high option, high quality. Right. Simply click OK. So this is the poster that we have completed. It's a very quick and easy tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do subscribe, like, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.